Transferring for a mighty £100 million, this footballer wastes no time in enjoying his life to the fullest. Now starting to overcome this record fee, we will be delving deeper into his career, controversies, and more. Welcome to the lifestyle of Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish was born on the 10th of September 1995 in Solihull, Birmingham. He would start his playing career at local side Highgate United before joining boyhood club Aston Villa at the age of 6. It would take time for young Grealish to make an impression as he would be loaned to League One side Notts County in September 2013. Ending the season with 5 goals and 7 assists, Grealish would finally return, warranting a place in the Aston Villa side. On the 4th of May, he would make his senior debut for Villa with a cameo against Manchester City. In and out of the matchday squad, Grealish would eventually start his first Premier League match in April 2015. A miserable season would see Villa finishing in last place on a measly 17 points. Grealish would also break an unfortunate record, playing and losing in all of his 16 matches. In the 3 years that followed, Villa would endure a serious rebuild. With Grealish at the heart of the team, he would be made captain in March 2019. This would see him lead Villa to 10 successive victories, granting the club a place in the playoffs. Helping beat rivals West Brom and Derby, Villa would feature in the Premier League once more. The club would just avoid relegation on the final day, with Grealish's efforts throughout the year being widely recognized by supporters and players alike. He would be named Aston Villa's Player of the Season. With icon Pep Guardiola seeing great potential in the 25-year-old, he would make his move to Manchester for a record fee of £100 million. This would make him the most expensive English player ever. Immediately trusted, Grealish would start the first game, scoring on his debut against Norwich. Grealish's early promise would fade, however, only bagging an extra 4 goals in all competitions. Despite beating Liverpool to the title, his first year would prove a struggle. But already deep into his second season, Grealish is beginning to thrive once again. A flurry of solid performances has seen the 27-year-old become one of Pep's most trusted assets. On the international stage, Grealish would make his senior debut for England on the 8th of September 2020. Drawing 0-0 against Denmark. He would later be called up to the 26-man England squad for the rescheduled Euro 2020. They would make progress fairly comfortably until their grudge match against European rivals Germany. In a close affair, Grealish would prove to be the inspiration needed as England would take control of the match and win 2-0. They would advance to the final season after, but suffer heartbreak with defeat to Italy. Bouncing back, on the 9th of October, Grealish would score his first international goal against Andorra. This would seal England's qualifications for the 2022 World Cup, with Grealish scoring again in the first match against Iran. As one of the most expensive players in the world of football, it comes as no surprise that Grealish owns a very luxurious property. After his record move to City in August 2021, Grealish has sought a move to Manchester, trading his previous £1.7 million house and a temporary apartment for a beautiful £6 million mansion. This amazing property comes equipped with 7 bedrooms, a gym, and a swimming pool, perfect for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And that's just inside. Surrounding the property, Grealish owns over 20 acres of land, enough room for a full-sized football pitch. Here, you will find a private fishing lake, vegetable plot, tennis court, and even a helipad. The property is also regarded as one of the safest in the UK, as it holds state-of-the-art cameras and sensors. So, as you can gather, this home offers everything a footballer like Grealish could dream of. With a huge amount of money spent on his Manchester mansion, it comes as no surprise that Grealish owns only a couple of cars in his collection. The flashy winger has recently been seen driving his Range Rover SVR worth over £80,000. This model stands out from the typical footballer's Range Rover with a higher quality interior and greater top speeds. Grealish has also purchased a fashionable Mercedes S-Class. As it comes equipped with the latest modern technologies, this vehicle vehicle offers a level of comfort that is beyond the experience of the majority of the world's cars today. Costing a sizable £84,000, this makes it Grealish's most expensive vehicle in his collection. Despite his numerous successes, Grealish has featured in many controversial moments. In April 2015, Grealish would be warned by Aston Villa manager Tim Sherwood after the teenager was caught inhaling nitrous oxide for fun. A lack of professionalism would also follow in November with a new manager, Remy Gard. After a 4-0 loss against Everton, the now 20-year-old would decide to stay in the northwest of England, only to be found clubbing soon after. Grealish, 5 years on, would still headline for the wrong reasons. Midway through Aston Villa's return to the top flight, the Premier League would be suspended due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Despite the guidelines, it was revealed that Grealish had violated government guidance to stay at home. He would not only violate government guidance, but would also be a part of a heavy crash. CCTV footage showing Grealish slamming his Range Rover into two parked cars. After the incident, he was also reported to be smelling of liquor. As a result, Grealish would be fined £82,499 and be banned for driving for 9 months. Controversy would also occur on the pitch. This time, it was out of control. A year prior, in March 2019, Grealish would be assaulted by a pitch invader in a tense derby match away to Birmingham. The offender would run onto the pitch and strike at Grealish, leaving the Villa player in pain on the floor. As a result, the offender was immediately arrested, later charged, and sentenced to 14 weeks in prison. Despite all his controversies and questionable moments, Grealish would also be involved in many charitable acts. In 2020, the former Aston Villa star would offer one of his prized football shirts to help raise money for the NHS. The donation was his favorite shirt, the one worn in against big rivals Birmingham, as mentioned earlier. Appreciated by many, his selflessness would help raise £55,000. Soon after, Grealish would also donate £150,000 of his own money to a local hospital at the height of COVID. This again proved crucial in saving lives. As recently as November 2022, Grealish would also donate 2 pairs of tickets to his executive box at Manchester City. This was for the Ronald McDonald House Charities in the UK. The tickets were later auctioned by the charity, fundraising a total of more than £200,000. The money raised has helped ensure sick children in hospitals can have their loved ones close by. As of today, Grealish is among the top 10 highest paid Premier League players, earning a total of £300,000 per week. This equates to £15.6 million per year from football alone. He is also no mug when it comes to endorsements. The Man City star had a deal with leading sportswear brand Nike that ended last year. Opting elsewhere, Grealish decided to join rival brand Puma for over £4 million a year. This would be over double what Nike paid him during their 2-year period. In April 2022, Grealish would also be made a brand ambassador for the famous label Gucci. The 27-year-old is earning a total of £1.7 million a year from the Italian fashion giants. With figures like these, it comes as no surprise that Grealish's net worth comes to an astonishing $48 million in 2023.